From birth to graduation, your first job to your home, and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and programs, including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Here are the GBN television news for Tuesday, the 11th day of February 2020. In the headlines, Grenadian father and son in the U.S. die from suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. One of the 4 quarantined to be released by weekend. Health Minister says students in China remain safe as coronavirus continues to affect hundreds there. Plus, in the sports news with Joseph Kado, Republic Bank Inter-Secondary School Athletic Championship launched, while the Massey United Insurance Ministry of Sports Secondary School Cricket tournament to bowl off next Monday. We'll be back with the details.
This is GBN, the nation's news leader. This segment is brought to you by Quartz Grenada Limited.
Why not stay in? Turn off the alarm clock and sleep some more on your perfect mattress from Quartz. For the widest range of mattresses from the world's best brands, the best value guaranteed. Shop today and let our sleep experts help you to decide on the best option to suit your needs. At Quartz, we don't just sell mattresses, we're offering you the best night's sleep. So, sleep in a little on your new mattress from Quartz. Quartz, bringing value home.
Good evening from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Ken Roy Batiste. This is News at 7. Massachusetts police are investigating the death of 2 Grenadian men after their bodies were discovered at their home in Highland Park. The father and son, Winston and Nigel Ventu, were found inside their home, still in their beds, on Sunday morning, after the girlfriend of Nigel reported them missing. Authorities suspect carbon monoxide poisoning. In a Fox News report, Nigel's girlfriend said the two had been living in the area for roughly 8 months. The power was shut off last Monday, and the men were running a generator to keep the lights on. Originally from St. John, Grenada, the Ventus were in Michigan, working carpentry jobs there, sending most of their money to their family in New York. Winston was 68 years old, married with 4 adult children. We can tell you Nigel also had 4 children ranging from 14 to 3 years old. Well, one of the 4 people quarantined in Grenada should be released by the weekend. That's according to Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin. Dr. Martin was one of the facilitators at Tuesday's post-cabinet press brief, providing updates on the coronavirus and measures that are put in place. Christina John reports.
Since its outbreak, the coronavirus has now spread to 24 countries worldwide. According to health officials here, to date, 43,106 cases of the virus have been confirmed. However, there is no evidence of the virus in the region. During the past 2 weeks, 4 people have been quarantined in Grenada as a precautionary measure based on their travel history. These individuals are said to have returned to the island from mainland China. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin says those quarantined are monitored regularly.
We do have 4 persons in quarantine at this point. They are examined every single day. They are visited by myself or the healthcare provider in the area closest to where they are located. We're monitored every day. I monitor them through WhatsApp as well. And as of this point, none of them has shown any symptoms whatsoever.
Incubation period for the virus, according to health officials, is at least 14 days, with transmission period between 3 and 9 days. The CMO indicated that the first quarantined person on the island should be released sometime this week.
Amazing how they're cooperating with us in terms of doing what they have to do. And so far, they're all very good. We are looking forward to releasing our first one, probably by the end of this week, because that was the first one that went into quarantine. So we all are nervously looking on and hoping that they continue to do well, because I think it's going to be a great day for us when we release our first one. Christina
John, GBN News.
The outbreak of the coronavirus on December 31st last year was first detected in Wuhan, China. Since then, the city of over 60 million people has been placed on lockdown. Several countries have taken steps to suspend flights to and from most parts of China, and schools have been closed indefinitely. Concerns have been raised as Grenada has over 11 students studying there. In the latest update from Health Minister Nicholas Steele on Tuesday, he indicated that there has been regular communication with the students.
Our ambassador continues to speak to our students on a regular basis, which when I say regular, I mean more than just once a day or so. There is a group chat. I have seen excerpts of that group chat, but it's for them within China. And I believe, well, I know for a fact that the students who are here, the individuals who are here in quarantine, have also been communicating and letting us know some of the messages as we interact with them. So yes, there's regular communication and updates, and the Ministry of Education and Foreign Affairs is supposed to be meeting with the parents and family of those individuals within the next day or two as well.
The minister, in brushing aside social media claims of students leaving their safe haven and going out into what may be termed the danger zone, shared some clarity on the possibilities.
I don't want to take that the rumor and make it an issue, but remember that at present schools are closed in China. They extended their New Year's vacation. Most of our students would have been on holiday anyway, not attending classes, and there's been a delay especially in Hebei province on the starting of classes. I know that some students who were traveling outside of China, I know of one individual in particular who was on vacation in the Philippines. Didn't come home but went to the Philippines, is supposed to be going back to China within the next day or definitely within the next week to prepare for classes, because he's not in Hebei province, so he is going back to China. There are others who are here that are already making plans or beginning to have discussions about returning to China to attend school once school opens back up. So there have been numerous conversations on that level. I think the one thing that I can confirm is that some of our students who are outside of China are already making arrangements to return to China.
Meanwhile, another camera has been installed for the screening of passengers at Grenada's main port of entry. The rest of the details in this report.
A second camera has been installed at the Maurice Bishop International Airport as government and airport officials continue to take steps to guard against the coronavirus. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Francis Martin says thermal scanners have been proven to be effective in detecting people with high temperatures.
Have thermal cameras that are able to check person's temperature. The thermometers do not tell whether someone has a virus or not. It just simply says whether the person has a fever or not. And from someone having a fever, our port health officers and our medical professionals at the port will now take that person aside, do some more detailed examination, some more detailed probing questions to identify whether that person is at risk of having the virus. So thermal scanners are effective in detecting people who have a fever, and that's mostly what we use them for. I am happy to say that we have now successfully installed a second camera at the airport, so that we have two opportunities for identifying persons who have a high temperature at the airport. Kudos to my technical team. The second camera installation completed at after 9 o'clock last night, so they were still on the job.
Dr. Martin says there are no vaccines for the coronavirus. However, mechanisms are now in place for countries of the region to conduct testing. He added that antibiotics are not effective in treating this virus.
Caribbean, and in particular CARPHA, now have the ability to test for the coronavirus. We have swabs that we're able to use to get samples, and CARPHA is able to test. So Grenada will be using CARPHA for the testing of coronavirus, and this can happen right now as we speak. And
the CMO stressed that elderly people are most at risk of contracting the virus should it reach the region.
All the evidence regarding the mortality or death related to the coronavirus seems to focus on persons in the older or elderly age group. The evidence overwhelmingly shows that persons who have immunosuppression or persons who are sick otherwise, persons who have chronic diseases, cancers, if they have HIV, or persons who are severely asthmatic who is having difficulty with respiratory problems, the overwhelming data shows that these are the persons who are at risk of dying from the coronavirus.
He advises that particular attention be paid to diet, getting adequate rest, and people should consume lots of water. Christina John, GBN News.
You're watching News at 7, still to come from us. Grenada's Melody Garrett wins the final of Courts OECS reading competition in St. Lucia. And a former trade unionist says financial incentive offered to teachers by government is a bribe. Stay with us.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 350 local anywhere calls and texts. With the always-on prepaid plans, all for $25. Keep your number when you switch to Grenada's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
My name is Ed Southgate. I'm from Westech Building Products in Calgary, Canada. We supply St. Louis UPVC windows with a North Americanized European window system, as well as a slider system that's for residential homes. The commercial system is good for hotels, hospitals, any commercial buildings, as well as high-end homes. Our products are all tested to a AMA standard, which is the North America standard for windows and doors. Our PVC also has 10 parts TiO2, which is high in the industry, that we feel gives it the longevity that he requires because of the harsh climate that you guys are in for sun and wind and rain. Westech Building Products has partnered with Mohammed from St. Louis UPVC to offer him one of the higher end products that are available in the marketplace. This is my second visit here, and we check the quality of the product and the way their processes are to ensure they follow the standards that we set when we first came here over just almost a year ago. And I think that with that quality, you can be assured you'll have the performance in the windows that you're looking for your homes or businesses that are available now right here on the island.
One bad vibe and I'm out this. No, you can't stop this. We're out to get it with Lucas and day and night. Yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, live your Lucozade life. Live your Lucozade life. Come taste the energy.
Good vibes only. Lucozade. Taste the energy.
Use classless. It washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi. Oh mama, oi. In every household. Must have it, oi. Highly effective. Stain removal, lemon freshness. Antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean. Fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, M&C Jones Supermarket, Home Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandad's, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
Make no excuse. Claim those fitness goals with a little help from Quartz. Save big on home fitness equipment when you shop with up to 15% off. Plus, get a chance to win a free spin bike. Shop today and pay nothing until March with Quartz Ready Finance. Make no excuses. Shop and win. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Grenada, the country moves to one side on Sunday, 16th February, as the Rotary Club of Grenada East, in association with Wagati, presents the Post Valentine Bingo. Sunday, 16th February, 5 p.m. at the Victoria Park in Granville. You can win a slick Suzuki Swift sports car, plus $35,000 in cash and prizes. We know that's a lot of money, plus a Suzuki Swift sports car. You love your Valentine. Tickets cost only $40. Make it a date, Sunday, 16th February, Victoria Park, Granville. Rotary Club of Grenada East and Wagati. Mega Bingo.
When I need shelter, warmth, security, I know you'll be there. Something in these moments lets me know you care. Maybe the way you shield me, maybe it's your smiles and the way you tell me it's okay to try. Now I'm invincible. I can pack my sack. I can take the long road, 'cause it's okay to look back if I am scared. I know you're there. Arise, together there's no limit to what we can do. Arise, with no wings, fly. Arise, and we're so high, enjoy the view. Look, no wings, fly.
This is Ariza, your financial freedom, your future.
Welcome back. You're watching News at 7. Grenada's Melody Garrett has won the 10th annual Coates OECS reading competition. After winning the local leg on the 20th of January, Garrett advanced to the OECS level as Grenada's representative. The final of the competition was held in St. Lucia today. The 9-year-old competed against students from 5 other islands, reading 2 pieces, a narrative and a news item. Here's an excerpt of one of Melody's winning performances.
The tunnel was dark, but Marty knew his way through it. He used his powerful nose to find the passage. It smelled like his favorite food, cheese. He watched. He waited. Then slowly, carefully, silently, he crept out a little further. He could see the nachos and cheese under the bench where someone had carelessly left it. Jackpot, he thought. They smelled delicious. He would have liked to bring some back to his family, but they were too big for a mouse to carry.
Congratulations, Melody Garrett. Brilliant. All right, the other participating islands were St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Now, former trade unionist and Senator Ray Roberts has called the financial incentive offered to teachers by government nothing short of a bribe. Rena Pear has more.
At a recent post-cabinet briefing, Minister for Education Emmeline Pear announced that the Grenada Union of Teachers called on government to reimburse teachers' salaries after deductions were made in 2018 following industrial action. She explained that in a proposed agreement offered to the union, government stated that they will not reimburse those whose salaries were docked. Instead, a financial incentive will be offered to all teachers in the country. Mr. Roberts says such action should not be accepted.
The teachers thing we're hearing about giving an ex gratia to those who in strike. I mean, yes, I suppose they'll be glad to receive it. But should the state ever conceive a thing like that? It is really and truly a bribe because the union represents everybody. There's a law that was passed since the PRG era that whether or not you like it, if a union is the union authorized through membership vote to be here in your media, the people who choose not to join because they benefit, they pay an agency.
Speaking on GBN's To The Point, Mr. Roberts also stated the offer brought forward by government is one that rewards union members for not supporting their union. Roberts believes to date the union is relevant and vital to its members.
So they will benefit from anything that comes out of a negotiation agreement. But then to say to people, because you did not do that, you're going to get an ex gratia. I mean, I couldn't think of anything more corrupted than this. I mean, it's a disbelief for those of us who are. I still pay my union dues. So for those of us who are still a strong supporter and a believer that unions remain, and as far as I know, will always remain the most trusted friends of workers.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Other news, Grenada's CARICOM Youth Ambassador Joshua St. Bernard will leave the island on Wednesday to attend the 4th Growth and Resilience Dialogue in St. Kitts. Under the theme, Regional Transformation Through Innovations, it will be hosted by the World Bank and Eastern Caribbean Central Bank on the 13th of February. At the ECCB headquarters, the regional grouping will discuss issues that affect the lives of the people within the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union, ECCU, including growth, competitiveness, and employment.
Essentially, we'll be speaking about steps the Caribbean is going to be taking to make itself more global friendly through economic moves, currency changes, going into electronic currencies, as well as innovative ways as to how we could make ourselves more marketable and enhance our appeal out there, aside from being just a beautiful.
All right, so St. Bernard believes there is so much more the region can accomplish.
I would say I would go out there and present the idea that we could do more than tourism, that there are very unexploited areas that we need to capitalize on a little more, as well as the main aspect of it for me is to take what I can get from there and come back and hopefully help people in applying it and making ourselves a better nation, and to help the generational gap kind of close just a little bit.
The discussions will focus on 3 main areas: the renewable energy transformation, the digital economy transformation, and the payment system transformation. The St. Peter's Roman Catholic School and Pearl de la Moth Daycare Center in Guave are the latest to receive emergency response training conducted by the Youth Emergency Action Committee. Tony Julian reports.
The Youth Emergency Action Committee, YAC, a youth-led community-based group, aims at increasing disaster preparedness and climate change resilience. Members are trained to serve committees through mitigating the effects of natural disasters. The emergency response training took the form of an earthquake drill at both schools, the first of 2 training phases YAC intends to carry out. Principal of St. Peter's Roman Catholic Ian George expressed satisfaction done with the outcome of the drill, thanking YAC for the simulation exercise.
We are in the process of developing an emergency plan for our school, and one of the suggestions is to have members of YAC enlighten us as to the components of the plan and how we go about designing our plan. This afternoon we would have had an evacuation drill, teaching our boys and girls the typical response as it relates to a disaster. We would have focused mainly on that of an earthquake, and this afternoon's exercise is part of educating our boys and girls as to how they can respond during a disaster.
The students of the primary school shared their experiences.
I heard the bell and I see everyone go under their tables, put their hands over their head. And I would like to say that if there's any earthquake out there, we are already prepared.
You need to go under a table, grab the table leg and put your hand over your head. You have to drop, cover and hold.
Supervisor at the Pearl Dunamoth Daycare Center, Sherilyn Joseph, emphasized the importance of the training.
We never really think about that as a disaster, what could happen, what we have to do or so. We was thinking like if a disaster happened, especially a hurricane, we know that the authority will call us and then we will call the parents and evacuate before the actual thing happen. But we never thinking like an earthquake. If it's an earthquake, we know we don't have no warning signs with an earthquake.
The second phase, which will be a tsunami drill, will begin soon, according to YAC. Tony Julian, GBN News.
Still to come in News at 7, 40 tour guides receive Aquila Tour Excellence certificates by the Grenada Tourism Authority. And Cameroon Park Committee remains concerned over recreational park. This is News at 7.
The Aedes aegypti mosquito spreads the dengue, chikungunya, and Zika viruses. It only needs a small amount of water to breed. Check for stagnant water regularly. Buckets including the rim should be drained and kept dried. Avoid using flower pot plates, but if you do, ensure they're emptied every 2 days. Get rid of water that settles in potted plants. Dish rack trays should be emptied daily. If your pipe leaks, throw away the collected water and rectify the leakage promptly. Mosquitoes also breed around the roots of plants. Change the water, rinse the roots, and scrub the vase to remove mosquito eggs daily. Remember, by destroying mosquito breeding sites, we can prevent dengue, chikungunya, and Zika.
The West Indies Cricket Championship Tournament is on and in full swing. It's gone high and it's gone over the boundary. That's gone for 6. Thursday, February 13th to Sunday, February 16th. 4 days of exciting cricket action at the Grenada National Cricket Stadium. The region's best go head-to-head. As the Windward Island Volcanoes takes on the Guyana Jaguars. Game starts 10 a.m. daily. Admission $10 at the gate. It's cricket, more cricket. At the Grenada National Cricket Stadium, Windward Island Volcanoes versus Guyana Jaguars. It's the West Indies Championship Tournament. Cricket fans, we will be seeing you there.
Use clay, it washing cleaner than ever. Oh mama, oi, oh mama, oi. In every household, must have it, oi. Highly effective, stain removal, lemon freshness, antibacterial washing powder. Fresh and clean, fresh and clean. When I put on me clothes, me must win. When I wash me clothes, no other detergent could ever wash me clothes like this.
Now buy 3 bottles of Clay's dishwashing liquid for only $8. Available at Best for Less Supermarket, Eat Fresh Supermarket, MNC Joe's Supermarket, Hope Pride Supermarket, The Food Fairs, Carenage and Grandad's, Roberts Enterprise, Springs Food Mart, and Charlo's Supermarket.
Other Clay's products available: hand sanitizer, fabric softener, hand washing liquid, dishwashing liquid, and toilet cleaners. Distributed by Fortune Foods Company Limited, Tempe St. George.
As the world prepares for the 2020 Summer Olympics, some of the world's top athletes will begin their journey to Tokyo, right here in Grenada.
Everything comes down to this moment.
The 4th annual Grenada Invitational takes place on Saturday, April 4th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. World-class athletes.
From an athlete's perspective, I understand and value the experience that an athlete has when they come to a place like Grenada.
World-class event.
Because it feels safe. It feels warm.
World-class venue.
It's beautiful. You've got a stadium right by the sea.
Grenada Invitational, Saturday, April 4th. Tickets to the Grenada Invitational are now available online at gotofed.com.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of it, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
At the Center for Development and Certification Training, CDAT, we believe everyone should have access to a quality education. Whether you want to get a new job skills or working towards a degree, we offer a wide variety of CVQ and NVQ courses for persons wishing to attain academic advancement. So call us today at telephone number 435-2133 or visit us online at www.cdat.org. Registration now open in the following courses: Management Level 3 and Level 4, Human Resource Management Level 3 and Executive Secretary Level 4. CDAT, the best place to advance your education for a better Grenada.
And so it begins, a journey like no other. Jungles so lush, they make emeralds jealous. Water that sparkles like diamonds. Mountains with more facets than precious gems. This is where good times are had, where love is strengthened, where memories are formed. And when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will never fade. Columbian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Esplanade Mall St. George's, Maurice Bishop International Airport, and Sandals Grenada Resort. Telephone number 230-1023.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 70 channels and 12 in HD. All for $200 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
After months of intense training, the Grenada Tourism Authority on Monday certified and pinned 40 Aquila Tour Excellence tour guides. This adds more value to the overall experience in Pure Grenada for cruise ship passengers. Akeisha Felix tells us more.
The Aquila Excellence Program is an international certification designed specifically for tour guides in the cruise ship industry. On Monday, 40 successful applicants were certified and pinned, acknowledging their completion of the training, which covered focus areas including an overview of the cruise industry, hospitality and service excellence, research and field skills, presentation and storytelling. CEO of the Grenada Tourism Authority, Patricia Marr, says this long-term investment will ensure that Pure Grenada provides excellent service in the cruise ship industry.
And we invested in this training for everybody who has to do with the frontline customer service for the cruise industry to Grenada and Carriacou. So that was 2018. In 2019, we invested in the tour guide excellence training, which is what you were part of. All right. And in 2020, we actually plan to focus on tour operators with the Kia. Okay. So it's a long-term partnership that we are investing in because we see the need to offer greater levels of excellence.
In delivering his speech to the newly certified tour guides, Marr said being versatile in that specific area will only improve one's chances of being able to fully tell a story.
You can share the rich culture, the heritage, the music, the food, and the general lifestyle of living in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. Nobody can do it better than you. So we recommend that as tour guides you get trained in first aid, okay, because you're there to assist and help the visitor. And we also recommend that you speak other languages, because remember, not all our visitors speak English. Some speak French, Spanish, German, Italian, many other languages. So the more you equip yourself, the better it is for your career.
Once certified and pinned, all 40 tour guides will be recognized internationally. Akisha Felix for GBN News.
The Save the Camahun Park Committee for the last 4 years has been trying to preserve what it considers a prized landmark, Camahun Park. The park has for years been the venue for family events and social activities. We get more in this report.
The committee held its first meeting on Wednesday to outline the plans and concerns for 2020. Among the concerns expressed is the dilapidated condition of the playground area of the park. Jude Bernard, chairman of the committee, says what was once an attraction for children has become a hazard.
30 years have passed with no maintenance, and nothing lasts for 30 years without maintenance. And right now, all that remains there is a derelict park, lots of exposed metal and pipes, and so the children still go and play around there, but we think it's an accident waiting to happen.
Bernard says though the committee views the playground area as an eyesore, they are not authorized to refurbish the park.
We are calling on the Ministry of Tourism to please do something about the park. We were offered assistance for it 3 years ago by a visitor to the country who felt that he wanted to make a contribution, but we were not able to accept it because we are not the custodians of the park, it's the ministry. And the ministry at the time indicated to us that they were unable to work with us.
For GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
St. George resident welcomes construction in her community but is upset over loose aggregates. Akisha Felix has this evening's eyesore, compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
In tonight's eyesore, our eyesore reporter said material to be used for construction was left in front of her home in Montparnasse. She says the uncovered sand and gravel are constantly blown into her home and poses a health threat. She's now calling on the relevant authorities to have them removed. You can send in your photo and video submissions via our social media platforms.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know
know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
After the break, one corporate entity lends support to poultry industry. We'll talk about that. See you in a while.
The 22nd Annual KFC National Relay Meet, Saturday 22nd February 2020 at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium from 1:30 p.m. We're kicking off. With the top schools and top clubs throughout the Tri-Island State will keenly compete. Over 45 events will be contested. Distant medleys, sprint relays, the 4x1s, the 2x4s, the 4x4s, the 1x2x4. Just name it, we've got it. And for the very first time, mixed relays, increased prize monies. Come and enjoy the biggest and best relay meet ever. The 22nd KFC National Relay Meet. Saturday, 22nd February. Tickets available from all KFC outlets.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load with Tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. A telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
Kayak Mass 2020. February 15th to February 25th. An array of events making one spectacular carnival. Saturday, February 15th. Children Mass, Frolic, and the Big Show. Thursday, February 20th. Queen Show Night. February 21st. Soca Monarch. Saturday, 22nd. Chab Convention. Calypso and Groovy. Sunday, February 23rd. Monday, Juve and Monday Night Mass. Tuesday, February 25th. Shakespeare Mass and the Last Lap. All the major MCs and DJs will be inside Kayak Mass 2020. Make reservations and book now.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
We all want a home that matches our way of life. But it's not just about building or buying a dream home or purchasing land with the most breathtaking view. It's about finding the bank that would make you feel at home. A Home Easy Loan from Republic is your best choice. It's more than a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Visit any of our 6 branches. Submit your application forms on our website or talk to us on Facebook. Experience peace of mind today. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the broadcast. The pieces are falling into place, as well as the support structures, as the poultry sector looks to maximize and reap the greatest amount of benefits from the rollout of the National Poultry Policy. First pioneered by the Grenada Poultry Association, the Association of Poultry Producers, government soon joined in to make it a national effort. Now, 2 state-of-the-art processing plants are coming on stream, and stakeholders are continuing to show their support, as we hear now in this report.
100 years and 100%, absolutely.
George F. Huggins Grenada is the latest to publicly cast their support for the strides being created in the poultry industry. CEO Anya Chow Chung, reflecting on the company being pioneers in the agriculture sector, impresses that they now have a renewed focus via their supermarkets division. Specific to poultry, Mrs. Chow Chung says they are fully supportive of the National Association and projects such as Excellent Farms Limited in Monctrose, St. Patrick.
And not only from the point of view that we are involved from the supply aspect and as a market for the fresh poultry, but we also are wholesalers of poultry as well. So we have been involved in the construction of the National Poultry Policy. I have offered a critique of the various terms and conditions therein to government.
The CEO notes that Huggins is on board with working with whoever the stakeholders are once Grenada and its citizens stand to benefit. GBN, in a prior interview with Managing Director of Excellent Farms Limited, Philip Telesford, also got the gist that the local company believes government is serious about reducing the poultry import bill.
And so our investors who are on board with us are very conscious of what government is doing and the commitment towards the local poultry industry. We also know that the local poultry association is very, very spirited and willing to make a difference in our local economy. That being said, the poultry policy that the government has put together is strong enough, I believe, provided that the things that they say they're going to do on the ground will actually happen.
The final hurdle in the full implementation of the National Poultry Policy is the low tariff rate Grenada has on poultry meat. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
This one to report financial services. The Communal Cooperative Credit Union brings financial services to the underserved areas of southern Carriacou. February 5th marked a historic moment for the Communal, which is the oldest credit union servicing the Sister Isles, when it opened its doors in Harveyville at the Alexis Food Stores shopping complex. The credit union marked this move with an official office relocation and ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Alexis Food Stores car park. My colleague Cheriam Blackman-Stephen has this report.
The Communal Cooperative Credit Union relocated its office from Hillsborough to Harveyville, Carriacou thereby presenting a move that General Manager of the Grenada Cooperative League, William Joseph, says is a statement of confidence.
Confidence that it would attract new members and confidence in the business model that they are pursuing. So this is good. And we want to, all of us, to encourage it.
Williams said the move also demonstrates confidence in the sector.
Very shortly, very shortly this year, we would arrive at the $1 billion mark in total assets. Our credit unions in Grenada are going to stand at over $1 billion of total assets very shortly in the next few months. And that is going to be a significant milestone and tribute to the contribution and status of credit unions in the national economy of Grenada, and also a testimony to the investments that ordinary people make.
Williams said that there are 9 banks in the OECS Central Bank categorized as systematically important financial institutions. 3 of them are in Grenada, and one of the 3 is the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. President of the Communal Cooperative Credit Union, Josendo Jacob, said that customers throughout Carriacou and Petit Martinique will continue to be serviced.
While we have moved our physical presence from Hillsborough, we endeavor to continue servicing our members across the Sister Isles. To assist us in doing so, we have engaged our sister credit unions in discussions about shared services. What a day it will be when a credit union member can walk into any credit union and receive services in a seamless manner. While this ideal is yet to be realized, we are making strides towards it. Less than 1 year ago, we commissioned an ATM at this location, making us the first credit union to do so in this part of the islands. Today, with this new office space, we are the first institution to bring financial services, a full suite of financial services to this area.
Dennis Felix, Executive Director of the Grenada Authority of Regulators for Financial Institutions, GAFIN, spoke about new initiatives to be implemented by the Communal Cooperative Credit Union.
What I'm referring here to is suitable consideration for the establishment of a deposit guarantee scheme for the sector as exists in countries like Canada, Trinidad, and Jamaica. The new regulations that we are about to finalize is going to make provision for the establishment of a deposit guarantee scheme, and this is an activity that the League should prepare itself to spearhead.
All members of the credit union will be offered credit cards free of charge within a one-year period. This will give them access to all Connex ATM machines throughout the world. Special recognition was given to Christine Hosford Francis of Leicester for her contribution to the credit union in its formative years in Carriacou. Tony Julian, GBN News.
We invite you to stay with us. Coming up from us, the weather, followed by the sports news.
Grenada, 1795. One man with a sense of destiny.
Tonight we stand our ground. Tonight we stand on the side of history.
14,000 slaves with a dream and a promise. Julian Fedor, a Heritage Theatre production, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs, 28th and 29th March, 4th and 5th April at the Trade Center.
People was not made to live like this. It's like we have a code.
Julian Fedor, an action-packed historical drama.
I see blood falling from the sky, filling up that mountain river, flowing from Belvedere Hills. I see blood.
4 big nights of theater, the play the nation has been waiting to see, with Sam Ogilvy, Lisa Grappy James, Robert White, Dale Devine, and other top-of-the-line acting talents. Opening Saturday, 28th March. Get your tickets now.
It's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. The festive season is over, so let's start 2020 looking and feeling like a boss with our many body cleansing options. Purchase detox products as low as $50. Purchase detox combo packs as low as $100. Receive 10% off on all in-house colonic irrigation treatment. Take control of your health now. Don't delay. Call us on 231-6642, 418-7115, or 449-7753. We are located in Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area. These offers are valid from January to March or while stocks last. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic Detox Center. Detox your way to health.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
All right, weather for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. Valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy and breezy with few brief showers. Tonight's minimum temperature, 25 degrees Celsius. Wind northeasterly to easterly at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Seas moderate to rough, waves 6 to 8 feet in northerly to northeasterly swells. A marine advisory remains in effect. Tides low at 11 p.m., high at 5:45 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 6:31. The weather on Wednesday, the 12th day of February, partly cloudy and breezy to cloudy at times with some brief showers improving during the evening. On Thursday, the 13th, partly cloudy and breezy with few brief morning showers and some fair spells. And on Friday the 14th, Valentine's Day, partly cloudy and windy to cloudy at times with some brief showers. All right, do stay with us now for the sports news with my colleague Joseph Cadeau.
Well, good evening and welcome, sporting fans, to this evening's sporting segment. We start things off with news of football. I'm Joseph Cadeau. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. Well, 5 matches were played over the weekend, signaling the start of the 2020 edition of the Sandals Under-15 football tournament. Well, games were played at Queen's Park on Rose Hill. Now, the tournament is a collaboration between the GFA and Sandals. GFA's competitions officer Bruce Swan gives us an update on the 3 matches played at Queen's Park.
Queen's Park Rangers, they played Hurricanes at Queen's Park and they got the better of Hurricane 2-0, with Jamel Pascal scoring in the 10th minute and Anthony Buckley scoring in the 27th minute. Royal St. Forces, they played Combined Northerners at Queen's Park also, and they won that game 2-0. Willan Celestine, he scored in the 21st minute, and in the second half, Tyree Simon, he scored in the 39th minute to give Royal St. Forces the 2-0 victory. Final game at Queen's Park, FC Comohan, they got the better of St. Paul's, scoring 8-0. Zaid LaRose, he scored 3 goals, with David Juba, he scored 2. Keon Hostialik, he had 1. Leon Sutton, he had 1, and Nathaniel Dragon, he had 1, giving FC Comohan 8-goal victory over St. Paul.
He also gave an update on the Rose Hill encounters.
We had Paradise FC International. They played Nosters and won the game 6-0. Zid Douglas, he had 2. Shimon Benjamin, he had 1, Kellon Charles had 1, and Zidane Rennie had 1. Nosters also had their own goal, which gave Paradise that 6-0 victory. In the second game in Rose Hill, St. John Sports, they played SAFL, and they won the game 2-1, with Vijay Valsin dominating with the 2 goals.
Well, moving now to great news for everyone. The Republic Bank Intercall was launched. Well, the inaugural Republic Bank Intercall Secondary Schools Athletics Championship was launched today. Affectionately known as Intercall, the meet makes a return to the local sporting landscape after a 1-year absence. Continuing under the 2018 theme of caring for the athletes, the meet is set for March 31st to April the 2nd at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The meet is owned by Grenada Association of Principals of Secondary Schools. Chairman Dominic Jeremiah says the meet will live up to the high standards displayed over the years.
Republic Bank Intercall 2020 is building on the focus of 2018, which was caring for athletes to improve performance. One way to ensure the care and development of our athletes is not only about managing the number of events that they participate in, but it's also about ensuring that they have coverage. And we are pleased to announce that for the first time in the history of the Games, we are negotiating coverage for our athletes. We want to ensure that Republic Bank Intercall is executed in an efficient and incident-free manner. We are asking our students, schools, and patrons to come out in your numbers on day 1. We have included some key events and relays for day 1. We want students and patrons to conduct themselves in a disciplined manner before, during, and after the Games.
Well, meanwhile, Director of the Games, Colin Peters, says his team has started the process of crossing the T's and dotting the I's, all in an effort to ensure the high standards of the Games.
So there will be 3 categories. If you remember the last 2 years, on the same recommendation of character games, we have changed to the U14, the U16, and the U18, U20. We realized the decline in the performance and the participation of the under-20 at both Carafton International event. So they have returned back to the under 17, and the under 20. So just currency, the under 15, which will be the sub-junior, it must be born in the year 2006, 2007, 2008. The under 17, which are the juniors, you have to be born in the year 2004, 2005. And the U20, you have to be born in 2001, 2002, 2003. There will be 106 events that will be competed over the 3 days period, both male and female.
Well, the countdown for the KFC Relay Meet is on. The meet is set for February 22nd at the Kirani James Athletics Stadium, which is a mere 11 days away. Now, first held in 1997, the meet then, of course, included 15 events and was organized by the Grenada Athletics Association. It is, in fact, still organized by the association. Deputy Chair of the local organizing committee is Vida Bruno Victor. She says the 2020 meet would include 45 events, and according to Victor, the meet will be used as a vehicle to introduce a number of new international events.
Over the years, the meet has really evolved, and many changes have been made to bring it to its present format. This year, there would be two major innovations, and I hope it works out. The introduction of the under 7 age group and the mixed relays. We believe in the policy of introducing the sport at a tender age to our children, and we want them to play and have fun. Therefore, we think that there's no better place for us to do so than
We wrap up now with cricket. Of course, it's the Master United School Cricket. The Master United School Insurance Cricket, that's, of course, a partnership between the company and the Ministry of Sports, of course. That tournament bowls off next Monday. 4 matches are carded for match day 1. Well, let's tell you what's happening. At Lassages, Wesley College will clash with Happy Hill Secondary, while Boca Secondary will entertain St. Davis Catholic Secondary. That's at Beausejour. Another of the 4 matches will see the GBSS hosting Westerhall Secondary at Tantine, while the Presentation Brothers College and Carriacou will travel to Woburn for their matchup. Well, that's a wrap in sports. From all of us here at the GBN, we say thanks for being part of this evening's broadcast. Have a great one, everybody.
Thank you, Joseph. A reminder of the headlines. Grenadian father and son in the United States die from suspected carbon monoxide poisoning. One of the 4 quarantined to be released by weekend. Health Minister Nicholas Steele says students in China remain safe as coronavirus continues to affect hundreds there. Plus, in the sports news, Republic Bank Inter-Secondary School Athletic Championship launched, while the Master United Insurance Ministry of Sports Secondary Schools Cricket Tournament to bowl off next Monday. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online, gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other stories. I'm Ken Roy-Baptiste. That's the news. Thank you so much for tuning in to the broadcast. Until next time, take care. Good night.